Hey all, I hope you're having a good Sunday. Welcome to another fantastic live stream cooking with Jason. So, today we are going to make pasta. Some of you would call this beefaroni, others would call this hamburger helper. I just call it pasta because that's what it is. So, it's going to be elbow macaroni with ground beef, onions, peppers, and canned stewed tomatoes. This is a very easy meal. I don't see anyone spending more than $10 on this meal, and it could feed a lot of people. You could probably get the majority of this stuff at a local food bank that you are probably now going to. They usually give out a lot of sauce and um, a lot of pasta, so you could easily just have to buy the ground beef and the vegetables. Feel free to add in any vegetables you want to this, but this is how and I usually do, but this is how I normally make this. So yeah, let's get started. So here's our ground beef. Doesn't it look good? We got our yellow pepper and our onion right here. And we got our chopping knife. Watch out, Jason's got a knife. Everyone should be scared. Yeah, I am not fun. And I'm also going to show everyone here how to do this with one pot. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone hates cleaning up after spaghetti, after pasta, because you have to use like 6 different pots. Not today, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to use one pot, just one. So all you people that hate doing dishes, you should be excited here because we're only going to use this pot. That's all we're going to use to cook this. No other pots or pans will be used in this facility. I know. It's exciting, isn't it? All pasta, all in one. So, um, so we're going to chop up our yellow pepper here. And I've added other things to this pasta recipe before. You can add chicken, you can add sausage. This is the same recipe I use on mac and cheese. Only I use the box mac and cheese to kind of substitute it. And if you want me to show you how to make my special mac and cheese, just go ahead and tell me, and I will be happy to post a mac and cheese special where I'll call it Jason's Comfort Food Shabanza. I don't know why I use Shabanza. Because it sounds cool. That's why, Karen. Yeah. I don't know. I shouldn't be using that word. So, yeah, anyway. So, anyway. God, that was funny. Still laughing about that way too darn much. I actually know Karen. I actually know people named Karen. I don't know that meme so well. I don't know where that. I don't know how that started or that. I just saw a post about it once, and I thought I would start using the word randomly whenever I want to. I don't give a fuck. So yeah. All right. Almost done. No, we're not. Yeah, we just started and we're almost done. That's not much of a cooking show. So I'm chopping these up into little bits, and feel free to not chop them into my size. I don't always chop these things up into very good multi sizes. I don't always like cutting things. I'm not so much of a cutter. That's a really bad reference I shouldn't make. That was a dark joke. That was a dark reference joke. I didn't like that one. Yeah. Anyway. All right. The pepper is cut up. Now we use the onion. And these are big onions. You may want to put 1 or 2 onions in this. Feel free to use fresher ingredients than what I have. But yeah, I have made this with other combinations. I have put broccoli in this. I have put sausage. I have put chicken. I have put onions, tomatoes. Haven't tried lettuce yet. I don't think lettuce and pasta should go together. That's a bit of an interesting little combination. If you guys want to try that and have it not be some sort of Chinese food dish, by all means, go ahead. But yeah, I've tried this before. It's served me. It's one of the reasons why I'm so great at making pasta. I've seen people use turkey as a bit of a healthier substitute to beef or chicken. I used to see people do that all the time, in case you want to be healthier. Although if you're eating pasta, perhaps you don't want to be that healthy. Because, pasta is very healthy to begin with. And because it's full of carbs. I've tried using wheat pasta for this. I don't like wheat pasta. It's not that it tastes nasty, it just takes a lot longer to cook. And I'm not patient when it comes to making pasta. I'm just not. I don't have the patience for this. And this will be a very unaverage show. Usually I don't show how to make things. I don't show how long it'll take. Today I will try and show that because I am trying to teach you all how to use less pots and pans. And so there are cooking that is involved in this. And so I'll try and show that. But I may not. So don't hold me to that standard because I might change my mind and realize I don't have to do that. So, but I will be showing some cooking here for sure. I will show all of it. These onions are getting to my eyes. Okay, we're almost done. This is a decent onion. I always hate this part of cooking onions. No one likes it. No one does. But onions are just so delicious. Alright. Should be done there. Didn't have to do much for this one. Apologize for my squinting. It's the onions, I swear to God it is. I really, really am susceptible to their shit. So now our ground beef. We wash our hands because whenever you switch surfaces, you should wash your hands. And I did 2 switchers, so I should double wash them. So that's kind of why I washed them. Especially now when all of our hands should be washed extra hard. And I'm putting more beef in this than I usually put, just because I think this is a lower quality beef. I usually try to get the 80-20. I got the 70-30 or the 70 whatever the 30 thing is. So I'm putting a little bit more beef in this than I normally do. Try to buy pretty good quality ingredients, but they're getting more and more expensive. So there is that. Okay, we got our beef in here. We haven't put anything on a fire yet. So we add in our onion powder, our garlic powder, and our Italian seasonings. I put this shit on almost everything. This and fucking garlic. Alright. So that is what it should basically look like. Roughly. Uncooked. So we are going to cover this, and this is the cooking portion, and this is what it will definitely show. We're going to cook that covered. If I can find my goddamn fucking cover. I do hope there are no kids watching this shit. I'm not a family-friendly cook. I'm more of a let's get your shit and get the fuck out cook. So that's what I am. So this is going to cook. This will take anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes, depending on power of the stove, the type of stove. This is a gas stove. It usually takes about 10 minutes to cook. You want to make sure everything's nice and brown, and it's nice and well cooked. And I'll show it here when it's done. It's already starting to sizzle, so that's a good sign. That's a good sign. So can anyone here tell me, can you take a guess how we're going to cut this process by in half normally by using one pan? Anyone give a hint? I'm not feeding you the answer whatsoever. So what we're basically going to do, and this says it's about 2 pounds. I may use like half of this and see what happens. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's really 2 pounds, which is kind of small. So, but I'm basically going to let this cook, and then the grease in here with that will usually be my oil, because everyone makes pasta with olive oil, except for Jason, because Jason doesn't like to waste shit. So I use the hamburger grease instead. And that'll be kind of my oil after I boil it. And that'll double cook the vegetables in case you don't want to cook them fully through in that step. You can always cook them fully through in this step when we add in the pasta. And you want to fill it up fairly okay. You may need to use a bigger pot. I'm thinking I may want to use a bigger pot just because it's a lot of shit. So, well, we'll see. We'll see. Cooking is not an exact science, my friends. It's an experimentation every single time, and it's always fucking new. So, so there's that. And then when this is done, and for those of you who don't know how to make pasta that well and are not very good at getting it al dente, there's a trick you can actually learn without having to taste it every time. So when it gets al dente, the coloration will turn into a much whiter, much whiter. It'll usually expand and it'll be softer and easier to stir. Those are the three things you look for to do al dente. And you don't have to taste it at that point. I've gotten so good at this, I don't have to taste it. I already know it's al dente. So, yeah, I'm that good at pasta. I've been making pasta most of my life here. I'm a fat man. We like pasta. And we're actually going to use not garlic sauce. We're actually going to use a meat sauce. All right, this is getting brown. That's a good sign. You'll see what I do here in a minute when I add in the pasta. And I do everything. Now I'm not very good at chopping up stuff into mincing things. So what I do when I cook is I use the spoon as kind of a horrible knife. And I'll make things smaller if I think they're small. If I think they're going to be a little too big. And what this will actually do is it'll help your pasta not stick. You'll still have to stir it. Of course you will. You should always stir pasta. But it will aid this non-stick process because the grease acts as a cohesive element. What actually scientists use to make non-stickware is cohesion. They make the metal with already cohesion inside. That's why when you buy non-stickware, it always feels like it's a little more smoother. It's because it's the cohesion. Usually they sometimes use grease or oil or butter. You can use water when you bake, and that's how things don't stick to there. But it doesn't really matter as long as it's a cohesion, as long as the cohesion is consistent. And how you can tell that it's consistent is it basically will make things, usually it's not as buoyant. So it's usually animal fat based because fat in itself is very, very buoyant. Buoyant elements produce cohesion. So there's your science lesson for the day, goddammit. There's your fucking science lesson. If you say you haven't learned anything in my cooking shows, now you've learned what a cohesive element is and how cohesion works with cooking. So that's how we use science, my friends. Like I said, folks, not a family-friendly show. I curse a lot. I can't help it. I curse more than a sailor on leave when he's having a bad PTSD moment. That was horrible. I shouldn't make that reference. I apologize to veterans. I really shouldn't make that joke. But they'll all tell you it's kind of true. So that I really shouldn't make that joke. I deeply apologize. It was kind of too far. I kind of hit the rail on that one. So I apologize for that again. So there's that. Sometimes I go a little too far. Sometimes my jokes are a little too far. I don't mean anything by it. I just can't always tell when to stop. So there's good. Okay. So the meat is brown, and I'll show you exactly how brown it should be. Ow, hot. That's a little bitch. let's do this right, and we'll get our oven mitts. Jason, why are you making food without an oven mitt? Because I'm not as good as I think I am. And there it is. There's the grease right there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to fill up the water here. And this is the part we're going to fill this up to about when the meat is covered and about a little bit beyond it, and about halfway. About halfway to the top, we'll fill it, because you always want to leave a little bit for boil room, because water tends to expand when it boils, obviously. And I kind of want to put an extra cup in there, just to be safe, so we'll get a jar out. I have jars in my house. And we'll do that. All right. We're going to cut out some time and add in the pasta. And again, I do want to reiterate how sorry I am for that joke. It did go too far. I kind of just realized that. How far did I have friends that are veterans? My family's a bunch of veterans. I just thought, I kind of just meant that, no, I curse a lot, and I do apologize. I shouldn't use that joke. So, there's that. That was kind of too far. That I should. That should be enough. It's about half. About half right there. All right. I didn't mean to. So we're good on that. Let's do that. And we'll boil that again. All right. So what this will do is this will add in, this will make it easier to stir. And I'm going to end the video here in a minute. And here is the last item I will put in that you will not see. I'm just going to cut the can open and put it in there, guys. You can figure that on your own. I'm sure you can. I believe in you. You can do this. So this is what I'll be putting in there afterwards. That is the last part. After this is all cooked, I'll put it in there. And then I'll be adding in the sauce. And again, you can get these at pretty much any food bank. So you don't have to buy those. The pasta and the sauce, you shouldn't have to buy at a food bank. Depending on the food bank, you may not even have to get the vegetables or the meat. I have done this meal completely on food bank ingredients, just by using the vegetables they sometimes give you and the meat they sometimes give you. I have done it. You can do it too. And this is the main reason why I'm doing this stream, to show people how to make really delicious food with just things that are given to you at a food bank or don't cost more than about $10 to $15. You can feed a family for 4 on a $20 bill just by making this food. And most of what I show you is under 20 bucks. The fajitas were definitely under 20 bucks. So that is the limit I will try to go to with all that. The eggs were I think under 5 actually because I got most of the ingredients from a food bank. So that is the limit I will go to. So in case you got 20 bucks in your pocket and you gotta feed your kids, these are what these videos are for. If you can do it, I know you can. I believe in you all, and you all are great. You all are strong. We'll get through this as a country. We'll get through this as a people, and we'll all be stronger for it. Everyone, I want you to stay safe, be smart, wear your masks, comply with CDC ordinance, stay inside. You can save a life. Okay? Bye, you all. Love you.